Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Dr. K Speaks. We have entered a new dimension in time. We are being called to evolve, transform. Join us. To take you there, you go within and you can get in touch with your higher self. You can get in touch with that highest vision of yourself. But you gotta not focus on the distractions of the outside world in order to connect with this aspect of yourself initially.
Right.
To find out about it, you gotta go into your inner world, because we have an inner world just like we have an outer world.
Yes.
And it was through our journey together as we became mastermind partners, meditated together, prayed together, did visualizations together, that I got in touch with my higher self. My higher self came to me in a meditation. My higher self was already a doctor. She had already traveled the world and she already had her look together. And she was just doing all of these things that I had aspired to do.
Yes.
And she already did it. And I shared my vision with Goddess. Like, hey, this person came to me, and it's really, really funny because I named her Kayvon in Paris. The story is in my book, but I named her Kayvon in Paris. But she was on this balcony, and the balcony was off this water, this body of water, and she had on this nice flowing outfit. And when I traveled to Paris, I studied in London and Paris when I was in college, and I loved the Seine River and the way the architecture was with the buildings right next to the water. I just said, okay, well, she's Kayvon in Paris, right? But then I later came to find out that she's Kayvon on Jefferson, because when I got my apartment that I had before this house that I'm living in now, when I first walked in, bam, I saw that balcony.
Yeah.
And then I knew that that's where I was supposed to be, because it was the same balcony that had came to me so many, well over 20 years prior to that.
Well, everything was created in the beginning. Before you were born, everything, your story was written. And the choices that you could make, the very variations of choices that you could make. So it was already in you what you desired. It was a part of your journey to become that.
Yeah, and you know what? Movies like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse. Remember that? I don't know how many of you saw it, but it was like these, not just a universe, but a multiverse. All of these, I want to say universes, but universe just means one. But all of these verses, that all these things that were happening at the same time. And the guy in the movie, he would go to one dimension and then he was this person. Then he go to another dimension and he had already done something else.
Right.
So it's like, that's how my experience was for me, because Kayvon in Paris was as real could get, as clear as day. She talked to me, she guided me through so that I can get to be the doctor that I am now. And like I said, she had already traveled the world. She was already a doctor. I was on welfare when I connected with Kayvon in Paris, because that was the time that I had left my ex-husband, and then I eventually got on welfare and was raising my kids on my own, and she was a doctor. So now I'm a doctor. She guided me as to how to get here. And traveled all over the world. She had already traveled all over the world. And that was the vision that you held for me, because when I was telling you about, hey, I saw her and she said this, and she did this, she did, and you said, yep, okay, but that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Focus on that.
Yep, I held the vision. You know, because I believe that we are time travelers. We go back in the past, we can be in the present, and we can travel into the future.
Yes.
Now, through our communion with the Creator will allow us sometimes to see into the future, to see what we come into this life to be.
Premonitions.
I often ask people when I'm doing sessions, you know, when you was a child, did you have a vision? You know, and it could be just a quick flash. And they might say, I saw myself as an adult and I was in the office. You know, I was had on a white coat and I was in the medical field.
Okay.
So sometimes it's shown to us. Sometimes what we come into this planet, or sometimes we just have a knowing. We just know.
And if it has not been shown to you yet, all you got to do is go within, get quiet, find a space where you're not going to be interrupted. Right. And if you need to play some meditation music or some, I like Reiki music because it's just so soothing. Or if you like what do you call those singing bowls or whatever, go on YouTube and find a long video where it's just going to be this music that's going to help to take you there. You go within and you can get in touch with your higher self. You can get in touch with that highest vision of yourself. But you gotta like not focus on the distractions of the outside world in order to connect with this aspect of yourself initially.
Right.
To find out about it, you got to go into your inner world, because we have an inner world just like we have an outer world.
Yes.
Always remember that there is a more evolved aspect of you that exists in a dimension beyond this 3D reality. We all have a higher self. To access this aspect of yourself, get quiet, go within, and summon your higher self to engage with you. Check out Goddess's pocket-sized book entitled The Book of Wisdom. It's a 40-page powerful book of affirmations that will assist you on your journey. Order by email at goddessgoddess@yahoo.com. That's goddessgoddis@yahoo.com. Also, my book and workbook are available on Amazon. This powerful duo will help you to reprogram your brain to bring you what you want in life. My book is entitled I Rewired My Brain, My Journey to Freedom. And the workbook is entitled I'm Rewiring My Brain, My Journey to Freedom. Thank you for listening. And if you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe so that you can be aware of all of the videos that I've already posted and ones that I will continue to post on how to become the highest version of yourself.